What's up, guys? My name is Jimmy Mahalik, and today we're going to be talking about how to create your own brand for your Amazon store. So let me switch screens here real quick. And so we're on Amazon and we're looking at beeswax candle search. This is a really good product that I found that anybody could sell that matches a whole bunch of criteria. If you haven't seen that video yet, go search my previous videos and you'll see how we found this and what type of money these products make. So we just want to look at the competition here and see like what their brand names are, and this is what I would suggest you do when you're first starting off with your first product and looking for brand names to sell. So when I look here, this first product, this brand name is Julia, okay? And it's sold by AA Plus Seller, okay? So this is the brand, and I think this is a terrible brand, okay? I can't even pronounce it. It sounds foreign. So I don't recommend going with something like this, okay? It's like a made-up word. Sometimes made-up words can be great, but they have to like sound like they're not foreign, okay? So next thing we're gonna look at here. This brand right here for this company is Beeswax Candle Works Incorporated, okay? And it's sold by Beeswax Candle Works Incorporated. So when you first start off, you're going to, let's just say that you created this and this is the brand you went with, Beeswax Candle Works Incorporated. And it's sold by Beeswax Candle Works Incorporated. So this is good and bad for two reasons. One, it really fits the product. It is a beeswax candle, so it makes it seem like, oh wow, that's a really good seller. It's not sold by some Chinese company, you know what I'm saying? But on the other hand, when they go to make another product, if it's not a beeswax candle, and let's just say it's not a candle at all, let's just say it's something completely different. When it's sold by Beeswax Candle Works, it's not gonna really seem right, okay? And people might not trust it, you know, they might not buy from that. But if it's anything candle related, your conversion rate's probably gonna go up. People are gonna be like, oh, that's a great company to buy from. So I don't really suggest going with a brand name like this unless you only plan on selling candles and candle-related items because of that fact. So the next example here is another beeswax candle, but this is by Alternative Imagination, okay? So this is pretty good because, one, it's a nice brand name, and when they go to sell anything, they're actually sold by Alternative Sourcing, so you can kind of tell it's the same company. So what they've done is, you know, their main brand is Alternative Sourcing, and Alternative Imagination is like their sub-brand. So it's a little confusing. Personally, they really didn't need to do that here. They could have just made one. So, you know, Alternative Sourcing, or this is actually a better one, Alternative Imagination, could have been their main brand name because you can pretty much sell anything with that. You could sell, you know, a camping tent, you could sell a candle, you could sell a skillet, you know, for the kitchen. And all that would kind of fit. So this is a great brand name. This is the type of brand name I would suggest you go with, okay? Because you can sell anything and it jives. It doesn't, you know, sound stupid, right? And I'm gonna go to one more example here. And this is by Elite Selection. So again, that's the same kind of thing. You know, it fits no matter what you're selling. It's actually sold by 5-star deals. So, I mean, that's okay. You know, I don't really like deals in your brand name because it sounds kind of scammy. But just keep that in mind. Your brand name should never really be more than 3 words. And really you want to try to shoot for more like 1 word or 2 words. Most of the 1-word brands are probably going to all be taken, but you can kind of like make your own brand. Like if you think about like Rue 21, okay, they completely made that up. You know, it's just maybe some guy's last name and a number. So, you know, you could be like, you know, JT87 could be like, you know, a brand name, or like, you know, Elite Selection here. This could be like Elite 87 could be a brand name. Like it doesn't have to really be like the best name ever, but I would take a little bit of time and think about your brand name. And as you're doing that, you're going to want to go to uspto.gov. You can just Google it, or you can Google United States Patent and Trademark Office. And it's going to bring this up. And what you're going to want to do when you go to this page, you're going to want to search the trademark database, okay? So let me take one of these brand names here. I'm going to copy that, and we're going to do a quick search of the database. For example, basic word search. That's perfect. And let's type that in. And we're going to hit submit. And this is what you're going to want to do when you go to create a brand name. You're going to want to see if it's taken, right? See if there's a trademark by it. So look, there's one record and it's the exact name we're looking for. So it's probably that company. So if you were thinking about this name, you wouldn't want to search it. The other thing you want to do here is if you're coming up with a name, you're going to want to go on Amazon and search for it, okay? You're going to want to see if anything comes up for that. So when you search that, you know, okay, here's the exact company. You know that you're not going to want to pick that because that name is already taken. It's not that hard to find a name that's not taken. Just be a little creative. You can even Google like company name generator and kind of put a couple words in there that you like, or maybe your initials or a number, and kind of, that can help you. So, but yeah, you're going to want to trademark search it. You're going to want to search it on Amazon. And then you don't have to do this to start, but later on, you're going to want to probably create an LLC or a company with this name. So like Alternative Imagination LLC would be your company. You don't have to do that to start, but you could. It's normally about a couple $100, and do it in your own home state if you're from the United States. Because I just recommend to just do it in your own home state. It's a lot easier in the long run, and whatever state you're from. So if you're from California, you could just Google register an LLC in California, and it'll take you right to the government website. And normally it's only like 1 or 2 pages you fill out. You just fill out your name and your address and the name you want, and if it's taken, and bam, you submit it. And normally a couple days later, you have your own LLC. It's actually pretty easy. Down the road, if you get a successful product that's making you $5,000 or $10,000 a month, you'll probably want to trademark it, because when you trademark it, you have some protection on Amazon that you don't have without it, and it also will prevent people from, stealing that name anywhere. It's just like one more protection. And I think the trademark costs like $300 if you do it yourself. I hired an attorney to do it, so it was like an extra maybe $500 for their fee. But you don't have to do this to start, but it's something to think about later on. But what you do need to do to start is to search and see if it's taken. So if you have any questions, ask me in the comments. I'll answer any questions you have. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.